our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Pacers. The throwback big Jared Allen, ready to lock the rim down for his squad as they get ready for action in Capital One Arena. Pacers, Wizards, coming up next. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. We've got Kevin Love, Anthony Edwards out there with Goran Dragic. Then it's Jared Allen, and it's Tatum in at the small forward position. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it. I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Jordan. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Knocked loose.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Love. Dragic outside. Shot clock at 6. Love, a screen on McCollum. Here's Dragic. Here's Love. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Jordan. Over Edwards. Jordan with the bucket.
That's exactly the look they wanted.
Indiana has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Brian Keith and I were able to chat. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. 5 to shoot. Indiana with a rebound.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Pass to Dragic. Some nice passing by Indiana here. The kick to Tatum from the arc. Offensive board. Love. Edwards for 3. Love. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go. Jordan misses. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Outside Edwards. The 3. Indiana again missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Jordan misses.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Pass to Tatum. Fades. And the shot falls short that time. The Wizards trail by 4. McCollum, the pass to Jordan. From deep. That one no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
That free throw misses. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be.
Changes for Indiana. Griffin comes in for Love, and it's Devin Booker in for Dragic. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. In third, the Pacers.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. And it helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
Here's Tatum. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. McCollum against Booker. Pass to Bosch. On the wing, Porter. Boy, he just disappeared against Memphis. They needed him. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. The Wizards with another miss. Pacers leading by 3. Outside Edwards. Now Allen. Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And it's a completely new group for Washington. Here's Kuzi. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Now here's Vassell. He was all alone on that one.
And it's good to see Vassell find the open man as he continues to evolve as a playmaker.
Here's Nash. Outside Johnson. Griffin on the wing. Rebound Washington.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Back to Cousins. There's a minute 54 left to play in the first. Great D that time from Zubac.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Booker with it. Yet to see a basket. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's on the defense right there. Griffin is too good once he gets the positioning he wants.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Hamilton from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Here's Nash. Outside Booker. Griffin on the wing. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years, and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, B.A., this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
Here's Hamilton. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Booker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. A nice shot by Zubac.
Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first player.
Down low. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And so the first quarter is in the books. Indiana ahead, up by... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
On the floor for Indiana, we've got Jared Allen, Devin Booker out there with Edwards. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Love in at the 4.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. Dragic is checked in for Indiana. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
Porter, the pass to McCollum. From the elbow. Washington again can't hit. Pacers leading by 4. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Brian, back over to you.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Jordan against Dragic. Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. And Tatum drills the 3.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Outside Tatum. Outside Edwards. Allen with a screen on Jordan. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Washington. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
Dragic outside. The 3. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Jordan. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Indiana leading by 5. Pass to Edwards. Three-pointer. The triple hits for Edwards.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
McCollum against Dragic. Inside, here's Ewing. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dragic outside. Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. The rebound by the Wizards. Bosch has got his 4th rebound in this one. And stolen by Dragic. Pass to Tatum. The 3 is up. That one falls. Great assist by Dragic. And now an 11-point Indiana lead.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Ewing. 9 points in his last outing. Takes the 3. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Pass to Love. Left side Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound Pacers. Love finds Tatum. Tries again. Here's Allen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, a big who plays like a big. Allen's going to pound it inside, and you have to match his intensity in there.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So a moment now to see the story for Jason Tatum.
Make some noise.
That one's off. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, B.A. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
Here's Nash. Still no points. For 3, Booker. The rebound by the Wizards. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Cousins, the pass to Kuzi. Off target with the 3. Pacers leading by 10. Johnson inside. He's guarded by Vassell. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Wizards. To the left wing. Washington moving the ball around. Picked it. Here's Allen. The Pacers again can't hit. Washington has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Cousins. To the inside. Here's Hamilton. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Hamilton's got 5 points.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Oh, got a piece of it. Cousins with the steal. The 3, Vassell. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. And the latest update on All-Star voting. Not much time left. Only a couple more days to cast your ballot.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Some of these players are sweating it out.
He's collecting plenty of votes and could break into the Western Conference's top 10.
Yeah, I know he wants to climb the list a little bit, but no denying that those are all very talented guys up above him.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend. And Washington making a change here. McCollum's checked in. McCollum taking his time here. Pass to Hamilton. Fires for 3. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. Hamilton's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Shooters shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
Nash passes to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nash. McCollum defends. Nash misses.
Oh, and he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Here's McCollum. Blocked! Ilgauskas, the pass to McCollum. Another shot. Misses the layup, and so it's Indiana closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their play has earned them a nice lead. One, Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Washington Wizards. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
We got Michael Porter, and it's Ewing in at the 5. That's the group for Washington right now. They set the pick. McCollum against Dragic. And that one drops for him.
Well, you can't give McCollum space anywhere on the floor.
Pacers leading by 7. Outside Edwards. Now here's Tatum. Love, a screen on Porter to the middle. And they're on the break. He goes up. And then Porter with the dunk.
A nice read by Porter Jr. Surveys the floor and gets in the right spot to finish.
McCollum against Dragic. Pass to Tatum. That shot missing. Great D that time from Porter. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Jordan against Edwards. Here's Ewing, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside Love. Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. And Indiana misses again.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Pass to McCollum. The baseline J is on the way. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Now here's Love. The D's right on him. The 3, Dragic. Rebound, Washington. Bosch has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
And here's Porter outside. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 7 tonight. And he's going for the lob. Dragic against McCollum. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Possession to Indiana.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Griffin, he's checked in for Indiana. Devin Booker comes in for Dragic. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Oh, that's good.
Well, Love has never been afraid to get down and dirty inside, even through contact. He's savvy enough to find a way to finish.
Back to McCollum from downtown. Drops in the three. McCollum's got 6 points.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. Fifth, the Pacers.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Cousins, the pass to McCollum. From behind the arc, he buries it from three. McCollum's got 8 points here in the quarter.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
For three, it's rebounded by Washington. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
Bosh, no good. Pacers leading by 3. Griffin passes to Nash. Now here's Booker. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to McCollum. Here's Hamilton. Now Cousins. 6 points for him. Vassell outside. Over Johnson. Vassell can't get it to go.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Driving inside. Nash passes to Zubac. Outside for Booker. Pass to Griffin. Here's Nash. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Wizards trail by 3. Vassell outside. Here's Hamilton. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Hamilton's got 10 points in the game.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Nash. And here's Booker. To snap the cold streak. Rebounded by Cousins.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Nash. Second shot opportunity. Zubac's shot is off. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 1-point game. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Outside Booker. 32 seconds left in the third. Griffin, a screen on Vassell to the paint. And there's Griffin. That's good. On the assist by Johnson. Griffin's got 6 here in the quarter. McCollum with it. 9 points in the game. 11 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Wizards out. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team.
Keep working the game. Possession by possession.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Kevin Love out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Edwards. And it's Tatum in at the 3. Oh, my goodness!
Just throw it up.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
For 3, McCollum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas. 2 shots.
Good on the second one.
Well, he ties things up, but it would have been nice to come away with the lead there.
And here's Booker. Allen with a screen on Jordan. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Ewing's got 5 rebounds in the game. Up top, McCollum. Booker defending. Here's the pick. From deep. McCollum's shot is off. On offense, here are the Pacers. Outside Edwards. Fade away. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Tremendous effort from Allen. One of the top offensive rebounders in the game.
McCollum outside. Down low. And Ewing gets it to go.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
The Pacers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Back to Tatum. 4-3. Rebounded by Ilgauskas.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the bucket is good.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Oh, the length of Allen is exceptional, helping him reach past the defense and jamming it home.
Yes, it's good.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Dragic is checked in for Devin Booker. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. And the Wizards lead by 2.
What body control with a defender right in his face. You can't do it any better than that.
Tatum passes to Dragic. Back to Tatum from deep three-point land. Washington with a rebound.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making it.
2 points. That would go. And now it's a 4-point Wizard lead.
Seems like they've lost their defensive focus here in the second half, giving up way too much shot.
For 3, Dragic connects from downtown. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Spacing the floor with his shooting ability. Dragic showing he has the touch to do damage from deep.
Back to McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Pass to Jordan. That one falls. Jordan's gotten 4 this quarter.
They've looked a little more settled since the break. They had trouble getting into a flow there in the first half, but their shooting's been much better here in the second.
Allen with a screen on Jordan to the middle. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Here's McCollum. Jordan against Edwards. Inside. Here's Ewing. And he jams it down right on top of Jaron Allen.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Shot's no good.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Rebounded by Love.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Dragic right side. And it's rejected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. The Wizards making a switch here. Wizards leading by 3. McCollum outside. Edwards against Jordan. Cleared away by Edwards. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Indiana. Tatum outside. It's blocked. And it's Washington on the break. Yes! Using that window.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Lets it go from 11. Oh, it doesn't go. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ewing. Allen defending.
Jaron Allen, second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Washington, Patrick Ewing, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Now Love, the steal. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Ewing. Allen defending. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Nine-point game. Left side, Edwards. From 17 feet out. Oh, he cannot hit. Lots of room. It's gone. What a day.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
The bucket is gone. It's Edwards with a drive.
Anthony Edwards.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's leave you with our player of the game, C.J. McCollum.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going. Okay. This Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Tari Eason. He's out there with Lonzo Ball. Dylan Brooks out there with Edey. And it's Sampson in at the force.
There is so much responsibility on LeBron's shoulders. He has to keep that offense flowing, and he's got such a great grasp of their system.
Now here's Brooks. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Miami with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. Nice shot by James.
This is where LeBron James is so dangerous. Physically hard to handle on the interior. Turn the lights out.
Pass to Brooks. Edey with a screen on Smith. Brooks misses. White against Eason. And White kicks to Smith. Outside Butler. Smith sets the pick for Butler. 5 to shoot. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, that's fantastic execution. Jimmy Butler has excellent touch close to the rim.
Ball against White. Pass to Sampson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
It's deflected. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Ball finds Edey. At the top of the key, Brooks. It's stolen by White. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's LeBron. Eason grabs the board. Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the state of North Carolina is a powerhouse, Doris. You know that in college hoops. Can that translate, do you think, to the Hornets?
Kevin, what we know, what the research tells us, is that college basketball fans are just that, and NBA fans are just that. Those two fan bases don't generally cross over. The Hornets need to focus on winning, however, because in America, everybody loves a winner.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Smith with the stuff.
And whenever Smith gets the opportunity to attack the rim, he's going to take it.
Brooks outside. Pass to Sampson. Here's Ball. Shot clock at 6. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And Ball just threads the needle extremely well. Fits it through tight spaces with force. I just love his ability to facilitate.
Now here's Brooks. No scoring in this one. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Howard's checked in for the Hornets.
Second team foul. Charlotte substitution. Number 12, Dwight Howard.
Ball with it. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Sampson. 18 feet out. Howard misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And then Smith with the dunk.
And Smith moves like a guard to the rim. This is how explosive he can be.
Here's Eason. Now here's Howard. Down low. Brooks misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
White bounce pass. Eason against Butler. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in the
much what we would have expected, and everything seemed to go according to plan.
I think the key, they had great energy, stayed super focused, and never let it get too close down the stretch. Didn't feel them breathing on them.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Here's Beck. Pass to Theus. Here's Beck. Up top, Maxey. Moncrief defending. Fires from the line. Rebounded by Howard. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back over to you.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
The Hornets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Beck. Pass to Capella. It's stolen by Buzelis. And here's Moncrief to the inside. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Dwight Howard has made a living off of dunks. My goodness.
Banchero outside. Capella sets a screen for Banchero. And stolen by Howard. James outside. Pass to Howard. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Now it's a 6-point Hornets lead.
You gotta feed Howard the rock when he's in the paint. He commands the ball whenever he has that kind of position.
Here's Theus. James defending. 6 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And here's Moncrief. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Howard. And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Charlotte?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Wallace is out there with James. And it's Smith. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Theus in at the point guard position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And here are the Heat now, following the miss by Lonzo Ball. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Smith.
And Smith gets off the floor as quick as anybody, especially when he's got a lob on the way.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. They set the pick. To the paint. Sampson, the pass to Easton. Brooks kicks to Moncrief. Misses the three. Miami trailing. Out to Smith. Here's the three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. Hornets shooting at 50% in a decent group. Pass to Eason. Here's Sampson. Ball is covering with the fadeaway. And again, the Hornets missing.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Smith outside. There's the drive, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball, how he did last season. Last year averaged 7 points a year, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
He's jacked in for the Hornets. And then Smith with the dunk.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Darren White. You can't miss that guy.
Pass to Edey, and the call will be against Ben Wallace. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Sampson, the pass to Ball. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Charlotte gets it back.
You really appreciate the relentlessness of Jimmy Butler. This guy is one of the elite wing defenders in the league.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
LeBron with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Tries the hook. James, no good. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Easton passes the ball. Out left to the wing. Sampson dishes the ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
That's good from Ball. You know, Doris, it's an ongoing debate, but some believe that the game is better today than ever before. I think it is. What about you?
Well, Kevin, despite what you might hear from players from prior generations, I 100% agree with you. Each and every year, we seem to be setting a record for the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. The players have never been more skilled. We lean heavily into analytics. It's in a perfect place.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Clock at 6. Here's Butler. In the paint. Butler.
Well, the pick and roll game of Jimmy Butler gets better every year. He has a better and better understanding of what to take advantage of.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. While we have the chance, we'd like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Sampson, the pass to Ball. Edey with a screen on White. Pass to Edey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Paolo Banchero's checked in for the Heat. And then for Charlotte, Walsh is checked in. And James subbed in for Tari Eason. That one misses. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
James right side. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball with a wide open look. Charlotte no good that time either.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Smith kicks to Banchero. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Nice shot by Walsh.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
A step back shot here. James, good. James has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Yeah, one of the best in the history of the league, just taking advantage of what the defense wants to give him. LeBron, the midi, yes, sir.
Ball, the pass to Sampson. Over James, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Pass to James. There's White. James right side. That's tipped.
And Sampson literally takes away a part of the floor when he's out there. Don't even try to get shots off in his area, or that's what's going to happen.
Now, here's Ball. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. The offensive rebound. It's good. Edey's got 5 now.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Bucket is good.
Yeah, Smith is just feeling it out there. He keeps finding opportunities to attack.
The timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Hornets making a change here. .133 left now here in the second. Pass to Moncrief.
First personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Howard kicks to James. Here's Moncrief. That misses off the backboard. The Heat trail by 6. Pass to Theus. 1:03 left here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Maxey with it. He's picked up by James. Here's Capella. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now just a 4-point Hornets lead. Now Buzelis puts the move on. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And it's Banchero missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Maxey. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
Their effort on the offensive glass has set a strong message. They're not going to be pushed around, and they're going to battle.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the Hornets. You watch their games. They've had some highs, some lows. Still putting it all together.
Which you could say about most teams around this time of year.
Yeah, not a big insight, big fella.
What?
No, we're just messing with you. We're just messing with you.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Hart.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Josh Smith in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court for the Hornets, Tari Eason is out there with ball.
You got to be kidding. That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Simpson, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Pass to Edey. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. And Wallace slams it in.
Well, just terrific unselfishness from the veteran forward. Jimmy Butler more than willing to pass if he finds a teammate open.
Now Edey. Wallace covering. Now here's Brooks. Out to the right wing. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Eason. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
From deep, James. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gates. Just keep your rhythm now.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. LeBron James second.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. The offensive firepower they're packing is superb, and their talent runs the gamut. They can hurt you inside, long range, anywhere in between. They're all just too tough to stop.
Right side, ball. Here's Simpson, just 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Simpson's got 16.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Butler against Eason. Butler dishes to White. It's stolen by Eason. Brooks outside. Ball, the pass to Sampson. Edey with a screen on LeBron. To the middle. It's tipped. Edey gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
James outside. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ball was screen on Butler. Easton passes to Sampson. Looking for Edey. He gets it there. Here's Sampson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball from long range. Rebound by Wallace.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks. Easton against White. Here's Butler. What a top shot from Butler. Boy, the footwork of Jimmy Butler, impressive. So good at finding room to get his shot off. Ball sets a screen for Easton. Back to Ball. Edey trying to break free. Ball with the bucket. 7 points in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Hornets on defense now. 3-point lead. 13 feet away. Butler, no good. Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And doing what he does best. Howard attacking the rim with that explosive power.
Outside Butler, all sorts of time, and he hits the jump shot. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Howard with the screen on Maxey. Now here is Moncrief. Nothing on the board. Pass to Easton. Pocket 6. And here is Howard. Capella covering. Howard can't hit.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Over Easton. Butler, no good. Hornets leading by 3. Now Moncrief. Howard with the screen on Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Pass to Butler. It's rebounded by Walsh. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Easton passes to Moncrief. Easton with it. Pass to James. Here's Walsh. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You can't give Jimmy Butler that kind of space. He will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
Both teams changing it up here. A moment here now to see the numbers for Jimmy Butler. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. Hornets leading by 3. Outside, Ball. Back to Moncrief. White against Ball. Pass to Sampson. Shot on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Now here's James. He's got 9. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Always willing to embrace contact. LeBron James has the kind of frame that can absorb it any time.
And he's good on the second. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Howard with his screen on LeBron. Here's Simpson, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. James, the bounce pass, and the slam dunk by Wallace.
And of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many, his greatest may be his unselfishness.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Eason. Here's Sampson, covered by LeBron. Can't hit that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hornets on top, up by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Derek White. Wallace is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Butler. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot. It's the group on the floor for Miami. The shot. Eason grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 4. Brooks kicks the ball. Down low, here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
I'll tell you, running the pick and roll to perfection right there is Dwight Howard. Nice, strong roll to the cup.
White the pass to Butler. Inside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Zach Edey, he's checked in for Howard.
And the word is out on Josh Smith being a gifted dunker. But that really speaks to his overall athleticism. He can run, and he'll do whatever it takes to get the best of him. And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead. And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Ball. Following the score by Miami. Brooks outside. Pass to Sampson. 5 on the clock. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Charlotte.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You know, he didn't get them all, but they'll be able to breathe just a bit easier with the 2-possession lead.
And it's Wallace with the jam.
Just a great job by Smith, keeping his eyes down court, knowing where his teammates are.
Edey with it, Wallace covering. Brooks down low. Pass to Edey. White against Ball. Miami grabs the miss. LeBron's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Out to the wing. Pass to Sampson. And here is Ball from deep. The shot, no good.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Make some noise.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you, Allie.
Go into the rack with energy. This is a D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Sampson, what a terrific move that was. Sampson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
And James gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Sampson. James defending. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Second team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Ralph Sampson. 2.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's the Heat with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Sampson. Rebound by Wallace. Outside, White. They grab their own miss. LeBron right at the doorstep, and he finds the 2.
Well, it's the skill set and the strength of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see how his shot profile breaks down when it's all said and done.
Pass to Sampson. Count it. Sampson's got 17 points here in the second half.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. From about 16, and the rejection by James.
That size and length and strength, LeBron, a tough one to try to shoot over.
Missed on the 3. The Hornets trail. Ball with it. Butler covering. Brooks outside. Clock at 4. The long shot, no good. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. It's off target. The Hornets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. Edie, great pursuit. Got the second chance bucket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
James in the post. What's on him? Does not go. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
To take the lead, and the rejection by James.
Now that's how you protect the rim. James timed that one perfectly.
Butler. Edie rips down the rebound. Charlotte shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Sampson, defended by Butler. Another chance here. The shot is good.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Strength of LeBron.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs. Well, in these situations, this is who they want at the charity stripe.
Here's Eason. Driving the lane. Goes up with it. That one is off. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And the first of two, no good. Mike Breaker. No luck that time either. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw the play to make it happen.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look if that's at all possible.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and a fabulous finish as they continued to